Hey everyone, OniLink here and welcome back to Let's Play Okami. Last time we made our way to Agata Forest, revived the Guardian Sapling, and took a good look around this place. Today, there's a terrifying purple creature off to our left, and it seems to have a face floating above its head. I'm pretty sure that's just a weird level of detail rendering glitch. I don't know why, but I discovered that while practicing for this section of the game. And it creeps me out very much that it's just a purple figure standing there. Anyways, last time we learned that there's a monster called the Crimson something or other in Taka Pass. But the bridge to that area is out, and the only one who can rebuild the bridge is the child of Karude, known as Kokari. So today we're going to go out looking for Kokari, and well, he's right here. Oh, poor Ume. I wonder if he's okay. Oh, hello there, doggy. You all alone too? I'm Kokari. Pleased to meet you. What, this? This is my fishing pole. Actually, there's no fishing line or a hook on it right now. But there's a reason for that. Oh? Well, what's your reason for fishing without a line? My dog Ume and I were exploring a secret place the other day. An ancient building known as the Tsuta Ruins. We'd never been able to get into the ruins until we found a key deep in the forest. But when we went in, we heard a horrible roar from deep within. I didn't waste any time getting out of there. I locked the entrance to the ruins and hightailed it home. I thought Ume had followed me, but he was nowhere to be found. I bet he's trapped back at those ruins. He must be crying, all scared and alone. If you know where he is, then why don't you go rescue him? This is no time to be fishing. Yes, well, there's a reason for that. You see, on my way home from the ruins, I fell near the water's edge and in went the key. I've tried my hardest to fish it back out, but I've lost all my line and hooks. All I have now is this pole. Now hang on. Stop crying, we can help you. Ouch! Now cut that out. There's nothing I hate more than a crybaby. To be fair, he is a small child in a very stressful situation. You are the one who left your dog in those dangerous ruins. So you gotta do whatever it takes to get the key and go help him. But... Listen here, kid. Fishing's all about attitude. Attitude. There's nothing you can't catch with the right attitude. Fish, babes, or whatever, it all can be yours. How about I drown you in this lake, Isun? I can do that very easily. Go ahead, act like you're having fun. We'll watch. Boy, this murky water sure gives me the creeps. People call it deep abyss because they can't see the bottom. But that's not why these waters are famous. Legend has it a humongous fish swallowed the moon reflected on the surface of the water. No one knows if the legend is true, but to this day the moon never rises here in Agata Forest. Give the fairy tales a rest, will ya, kid? They're so gloomy. Think more positive. Have fun. Fun! Okay, Ami. Let's use that celestial brush of yours to help him out. There should be some fishing line on his pole, but there's not. Well, just make some by drawing a line from the pole to a fish. And so we are introduced to the fishing minigame. Draw a line connecting the fishing pole to the fish to get them to bite. Once you've hooked a fish, push the left stick in the opposite direction of the fish's movement. If you pull too hard, the power gauge will move into the red area and the life gauge will begin to deplete. Keep a close eye on the fish and don't overdo it. When you've pulled the fish close, a button will appear on the screen. Press that button to yank the fish out of the water. Use the power slash to finish off your catch. Keep fishing, you might get a chance to reel in a really gigantic fish. So yes, the fishing minigame. There are many fish to catch in many places in the game. Whoa, did I actually get a bite? Careful now, kid. Don't pull with all your might. You'll just wear yourself out. Just reel it in nice and slow. Yeah, as Isun said, reel it in, but don't pull too hard or you'll start losing health like that. Hit the A button or whatever button it shows when it appears, and then power slash to catch the fish. Yeah, there are many fish throughout the game we'll be able to catch in many areas, so we will definitely be doing that at some point. We caught a goby. Okay. Second fish, who do we want to catch? Let's catch this middle one. Yes, you did get a bite. Congratulations. You got a bite with your non-existent fishing line, because I had to draw it in for you. Ooh. Our second fish in Agata Forest we have caught is a crawfish. And there's only one fish this time, a really big one. Hello there. Yeah, you did get a bite for the third time in a row. Good job, Kokari. Alright, reel in this massive fish, which is gonna put up a bit of a fight, and we caught a giant salmon. Wow, that's a big one. Hey! That's the ruins key. It popped right out of the mouth of that big old fish. Now I can go save Ume over at the ruins. I'm gonna go all the way in this time. No running away from me now. Hey, give that back! Good move, Ami. We can't have the kid getting hurt on your watch. Well, what are we waiting for? We got a lost dog to find in Tsuta Ruins. That we do, but we also have a very angry Kokari, so let's not get slapped by him. So yes, Kokari, we need him to fix the bridge, but he is understandably very worried about his dog, so let's go take care of this for him. Get his dog back so he can fix the bridge. And you know, help a dog. Well, let's go look for that kid's dog. I'm actually hoping we might find something more. Nobody's entered these ruins for ages, right? Just think about it. There could be a fabulous treasure hoard hidden in here. But enough talk. Let's start looking. Hisoon. Yeah, I mean, there might be treasure in here, but we've got... I would like to think we have better priorities than that. Okay. Let's do this. Welcome to Tsuta Ruins. That's a pretty oddly shaped statue. Look at all that moss. Must have been here for ages. And what's up with that weird water? I don't think you want to go jumping in there, Furball. How about drawing some lily pads so we can check it out? Sure, we can try drawing some lily pads. But the lily pads did not survive. Yeah, don't waste your time trying to go in that water. It is nasty. You cannot swim in there safely, and neither can the lily pads survive. It's not great. Got an origin mirror here in case you need a save. But let's get to checking this place out. First off, heading to the left, we've got a cursed tree that we need to bloom. And let's see, can we get to that island? Heck yeah! Over here we've got ourselves a clover. We've hit 250. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, I mean, whining is not a good sound. Oh dear. Oh well, we got the clover. That's the important thing. Over here, we've got a bud we can check out, giving us an exorcism slip S. And then if we head over here, this pathway's blocked. What's up with this white wall? Looks pretty solid. We're not getting any further. I mean, I don't think even you could do something about this. Let's find another way in for now. We'll be dealing with that wall eventually. You might notice there's something suspicious about it, but, well, we'll be finding out later. Hopefully we'll be able to get to the other side of that wall soon enough. Heading over here, we've got a new part of the Traveler's Guide, Enhancing Divinity. And a bloom giving us a Traveler's Charm. Alright, speaking of our new entry for the travel log, or the travel guide, we haven't actually taken a look at our menu in a while, have we? Let's go through real quick, just to see what we've picked up. We've got half the deer. These graceful animals eat herbs. Males have antlers, females don't. We've picked up nightingales. These birds are known for their beautiful songs. They enjoy seeds. And we've met most of the animals. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 left that we haven't met. Fish tome is now available. We've got the crawfish, a freshwater crustacean brandishing a set of enormous claws. Goby, fish with an adorable round body that is common in many regions. And if we head over here, giant salmon. Its giant size is a testament to many journeys up steep waterfalls. We'll be filling out that fish tome as we get through the game. In our treasure tome, we've picked up Incense Burner specially designed to release only the purest aroma. Lacquerware set, each piece of this Japanese lacquerware is said to be unique. And bullhorn, decorative accessory wrought from the horn of a bull. Taking a look at our bestiary, we've met Waka. This mysterious character is sometimes depicted as a Tao Master, and sometimes as a loyal disciple. In any depiction, he always carries his sword Pillow Talk, and he has even raised his blade at Amaterasu. That battle was won by carefully knocking down Waka's thrown swords. Next up, let's take a look at the travel guide. We've only picked up Enhancing Divinity, so. Praise is earned by restoring nature and feeding animals. Praise can then be used to power up your divine attributes. Your solar energy, ink pot, astral pouch, and purse can be powered up. Power up wisely to prepare for the difficult adventure that awaits. Alright, yeah, sorry I've been forgetting to do that. We got caught up though, there wasn't too much. Heading forward, we got another cursed tree to bloom. Another giant bud to bloom. We are making good use of that bloom. Got ourselves a steel soul sake. And finally, if we head over here, we got a vase. Very nice. Alright, let's head onwards. Next room. We've got a cursed tree. We've got 2 cursed trees. Hello. No, I want you to throw your fruit at me, please. Was that so hard? And I'm getting a little concerned about how full our wallet's getting. We're up to basically 20,000. It's about 1/5 of the way full, and it's just gonna keep getting fuller as we go through. You've been noticing that we've been accumulating money far faster than we're spending it. Got ourselves a clover over here. So I think I'm gonna be upgrading that wallet soon. I'm probably gonna be upgrading it next, in fact. Actually, let me see. What do we have? No, I'll hold off on the wallet for now. I actually have a better idea. But we will be upgrading that wallet very soon. Alright, heading into this room. We've got ourselves a bloom. Giant bud to bloom with an incense burner. Climb up here. And if you head backwards, we've got an upper region above the entrance. Yeah, our wallet should be fine for a little bit. We still got plenty of room in the wallet. I just get anxious when that first digit in the wallet is not 0. I like having my wallet less than 10% full. Alright, got ourselves a clover. And that should be it for this area, so let's head onwards. Okay, so we just gotta climb up there. Doesn't look too difficult. Thankfully, this water's clean. It's not gonna be murdering us like the icky goop water back in the other area. And we have a big rock. Hello there. What's up with this round stone? It's much heavier than it looks. Doesn't look like it'll budge no matter how hard you push or pull it. That's unfortunate, but it's definitely suspicious. Alright, over here we've got ourselves a steel fist sake. And let's head onwards. New enemy, the Bud Ogre. The Bud Ogre has a bit more of an involved process to fight it compared to earlier imps. You want to hit it enough times to stun it. A cherry bomb should do that instantly. God, stop dodging. Here, let's get you right now. Oh shit, the cherry bomb's out. I can't do that. There we go. Okay, now look for a chance to use your celestial brush. Still, this thing's sure got a tough bud. Wonder if you could open its bud before you attacked it. Once you've stunned it with enough hits or a cherry bomb, bloom to open the bud, and then fire away. The floral finisher on this jerk is bloom. Ow, barely missed. That's highly unfortunate. Actually, hang on. Wait for you to stop moving. Uh-oh. There we go. Very good. No? Really? That didn't work? I'm very surprised that didn't work. There we go. Once you've taken it down all the way, bloom is its floral finisher. Yeah, I expected that for time. That's extremely fair. Okay, so that stone is no longer a stone. It is now a traditional rolling ball. Hello there, rolling ball. Ooh, I really love the art style on balls in this game. It's really good. Okay, just roll this down all the way. Place it on this little suspicious pedestal. And the door ahead opens. Okay, before we head forward, no, I'll leave them be. I think you can smash those for money, but that seems disrespectful. Heading forwards. Not satisfied with one Bud Ogre, we got two. Alright. This is where using your cherry bomb to take him down is gonna be... Are you kidding me? I'm like actually offended at that. There we go. Bloom them both. bloom them both for a floral finisher. Give me your demon fangs. That makes up entirely for the screwed up time on the last fight. I have redeemed myself for that. That was a good fight. Alright, before we do anything with that thing that just spawned, over here we've got some logs we can chop. Hey, you're not getting away that easily. We got over here a giant bud with a vengeance slip. Very nice. But yeah, no, as you can see with the bud ogres, these enemies are about to start getting a lot more complicated to fight, which I love. Wow, get a load of the size of these mushrooms. I kind of feel sorry for them though. It's so gloomy here. I bet a little sunshine is all it would take to perk them up. A little sunshine, eh? Well, they are giving off a lot of spores. I don't think they really need it, but sure. Alright, we got the mushrooms to sprout. Now we can climb all the way up them. There is a clover over there, though we cannot reach it. That's too far of a jump, so we're gonna have to find another way to get to it. Ooh, hello. Food. Delicious food. If we head over here, there's a cracked wall here that leads ahead. But if we look at the map, there's supposed to be a path right here, and there's not. Let's take care of this first. Cherry Bomb will open up the real path. And we can head on through to find that clover. I'm very glad that that path shows up on the map, because not putting a cracked wall there is kinda cruel. Ah, 299, we are one away. We are one praise away from the 300 I was hoping for. Okay, now, let's bomb this wall and head forward. We got a lot of these rocks around here we can smash. Yeah, they're probably not going to give much more than food, so I'll leave them be, actually. Okay, so now that we're all in the upper levels of Tsuta Ruins, we're actually heading back through old rooms? I believe this is where the two evil trees were. But now we can head back through old rooms, but in the upper level. Very neat. And this will be how we reach the western half of this temple. Ami, hold on a sec. My nose has felt all itchy since there's huge mushrooms back there. Achoo! Dang it! Holy crap, Isun, how do you have such a powerful sneeze? Oh god! The entire bridge is coming down. Just keep running, stay on the inside to get a little bit faster. And oh my god, what have you done, Isun? That's unfortunate. That is extremely unfortunate. Well then, we've lost that bridge. No going back for us now. Alright, what do we have in here? Hello, friend? Hey, this door has some sort of weird lock on it. That's no ordinary lock. I sense strong evil at work here. This is what is known as a lockjaw. It's called the lockjaw because it's a lock that has a jaw. It's a pun. So we're gonna need to find some way to open up that door. Not much we can do with our own abilities, but if we head all the way down to the bottom, we've got a big room here, and hello there. You look vaguely familiar. Gaha! I am Blockhead. I guard this place so that all shall pass. Wait. Make that none shall pass. Do you really think you can penetrate my airtight defenses? Ha! Impossible. Nothing can harm this body of mine. Of course, there are those weak points of mine. A clean blow there would slay me in an instant. But I wouldn't be foolish enough to expose such a weakness. Now be on your way. None shall not pass. Really? Okay, you've got some weak points. Let's see. How are we gonna track down these weak points? Maybe I just gotta hit you? And it'll knock you over? So, Blockhead will have 2 randomly generated weak points that can be exposed by tackling. Draw dots on them in the order they appear to destroy him. Huh? Were my weak points so obvious? I have failed, but let it be known that I died a warrior's death. And that spawns an arrow? This looks like an exercising arrow for driving away evil. But its tip is shaped like a key. In any case, I do sense its divine power for driving away evil. That'll be probably very handy soon. Before we take that and do anything with it, heading through where Blockhead was reveals that this is a shortcut back to the beginning of the temple. Indeed, Blockhead was that suspicious white wall that we saw earlier, and eliminating him has opened a shortcut. Okay, let's go ahead and grab that key, and I think I've got an idea of where we can use it. Alright, let's go ahead and climb back up. Very carefully so we don't fall off the logs. And coming up here, this actually looks quite suspicious. This wall is very different from the others. Let's go ahead and blow you up to find a giant bud with our 12th stray bead. Fantastic. I'm loving all these stray beads we're finding. Okay, let's keep climbing up. And you're looking quite terrified, aren't you? No, you don't want it? Too late. The lockjaw is gone. Okay, heading into this room, there is a very easy to miss cliff right up here, which gives us a bullhorn, more treasure to sell, some money, thank you very much. Let's see, what else do we have in here? This room is actually kind of irritating to navigate. It's very linear, but it's also very windy, and it gives me a bit of a headache. We got ourselves an Exorcism Slip S. I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, I guess we're getting into a fight. Hello there. Just some simple imps for us to fight. That's fine, it'll give us some much needed demon fangs. Alright, did I get all of them? Fantastic! Thank you for your money and your demon fangs. How are we doing on demon fangs? We need 30, right? We're halfway there. Doing good. Oh, hello there. The bridge is out. Well, we know what to do here. We don't need your help, Isoon. Whenever there's a bridge out, we've got rejuvenation. Oh, very, very nice. I love that. Let's see, right down there should be the entrance, right? I'm not gonna jump down, but we're right above the entrance now. And coming up here, we've got an origin mirror, which I believe means we are about halfway through this temple. Let's go ahead and head out here, bloom this clover. And that finally puts us over 300 praise, which means at last, we can get ourselves an upgrade. I've been saving up for this, we've got plenty of ink pots for now. Let's upgrade our astral pouch, effectively giving us 4 more solar energy. Nice. Okay, so 350 will give us another 4 solar energy. Let's do some math here to see how cost effective that is. That would be effectively 87.5 praise per solar energy we gain. This is just barely more worth it than another astral pouch. Astral pouch is very good. Definitely be upgrading that. It is the most effective early on. Okay, yeah, I think next we'll probably be upgrading our purse. Since, yeah, it is over a quarter full. It would probably be a good idea to get that filled up. We can go ahead and at this point check out our bestiary, since that has a new item that has the Bud Ogre. Transformed by the foul force of Orochi, Isun describes this beast as thusly: 4 mammal legs sprouting from a bud, frightens travelers. The bud is rigid, but the fruit is soft. Open the bud to attack. Power Slash deflects fruits, just like with the cursed trees. Alright, awesome. And with that, next time on Let's Play Okami, we made our way a good way into Suta Ruins. So I think it's time. I think that was a good time for a break, and next time we're going to make our way all the way to the end. We've made it quite a long ways. We are up on the upper east side of this dungeon now. We've covered the lower east, lower west, and upper west. We're almost done. But there's not much more to explore. I'll see everyone next time.